Hello everybody, my name is Maple Pine and welcome to the second episode of my Minecraft Let's Play series. We are currently in my mega build that I've been working on for a while. It's mostly going to be my storage space with a few extra bits and bobs here and there. And I kind of showed you guys before my world tour in the last episode, but it's a bunch of chests I plan on storing uh, at least most of the obtainable items in Minecraft Survival. And I got little bits and bobs here and there. And as you can see, all the modules are in place, but they're not functional yet because I haven't put the items in yet, nor have I put the placeholder items in. But before I do that, I kind of want to finish up designing this place, the interior, getting all fixed up, hiding all the redstone, all the ugly redstone, kind of tidy the place before I actually get started with the item collection stuff, which is going to be really, really, really annoying. And you see, the problem I face with building is I'm not that good of a builder myself. I really just tend to copy people online, but I've been really trying to build stuff more on my own. As you can see, the interior so far is my own design. It doesn't look good. It's really just one color. I honestly don't see the point of really texturing because really, if you go look at real life buildings, right, they're mostly made up of just one material. Like for example, most apartment buildings are made up of just one type of stone, or even the walls in your house are just made of one color, right? Right, one color plaster, one color bricks, whatever it may be, right? So I don't really see the point of texturing really, because I like to make my buildings seem a bit more to be, realistic, right? Uh, enough of my rambling. I think I'm going to start by collecting some materials. I think I'm going to plan on just continuing this sort of color palette of the terracotta and the dark oak uh, colors. If I remember correctly, I do have a bit left. Not a lot, which is kind of a problem. I accidentally made the wrong type of terracotta before because, I'm apparently colorblind. So with that, I think I'm going to start by collecting a few materials. I don't really have a terracotta for any kind because they're really complex. A lot of moving modules, and they're really not too efficient really for all the work I have to put in. So I think I'm just gonna go fly around, fly around the rivers, see if I can get any see how much clay I can gather up in a short amount of time. It's not good. It's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I don't have my sword on. So I ran into a bit of a problem. So I was, flying around the shores, collecting clay here and there for 20 minutes, and I only got like 5 stacks, which is kind of a problem. It's a very slow rate. I've done this method a few times before, so I know it does work, but I've just done it so many times that, I don't really have much clay around me, so I really have to go places. And yeah, so this is really the total amount of terracotta we have right now. There's a bit left over that I left here before. Um, so I think I might have to try a different method. If I remember correctly, I jotted down the coordinates of a mesa biome in the past, and I think I'm just gonna go there and just mine everything out. Deposit these here. Uh, I don't think I have any empty shulker boxes here, which is kind of unfortunate. But I think I'm going to grab a few empty shulker boxes and head over to the Mesa biome. Hey guys, I'm now in the end, and if I remember correctly, I did make a nether portal to the Mesa biome. I have this book in Quill in my Ender chest that, just has the coordinates. This is the overworld coordinates, and then below that are, the nether coordinates for whenever I need it. Um, let's see. Ah, yes, desert sand. If I remember correctly, this is where a mesa biome is also at. So I would have to go to 504 and 52 in the nether to find the nether portal. F3. Let's see. So I have to go in this direction. Yeah, this general direction, diagonal direction. Put this book in quill back. Okay. And at the exact coordinates is my nether portal. There we go, and we have come successfully to the desert, which is right next to the jungle biome. I've come here a few times just to collect sand. But yes, if we fly over here, we see red sand. Yeah, and over here is a big old mesa biome that I am going to start completely decimating. So I think the plan is I've brought, I think, 4 empty shulker boxes. Yep. And I always carry a buttload of iron blocks in this beacons box with a beacon, so I can set up a haste to beacon whenever and wherever I want. So I think I'm gonna set up this beacon, and then I'm just going to decimate everything here until these shulker boxes are filled. Although I don't need uh any of the other colors at the moment, I'll for sure use them in the future. So it's always good to have more than less. That's what I say, another good analogy is, if you're ever going to a party, it's always best to be the best dressed than the worst dressed, but that's kind of irrelevant. Yeah, okay, so I think I'm just going to, as I said, set up this beacon, and I'll get to mining very, very shortly. I think this would fit very well in the form of a little time lapse. Later, we have completely destroyed this little mountain that was here before, as you can see in the time lapse. And these are the materials that we've gathered. I've tried to kind of organize it. These are the light gray, a few orange terracotta, and infinite the text box. All just the regular terracotta here, a few stones, and the remaining terracotta here. Which I honestly isn't bad for 30 minutes. Way faster than my method of collecting clay, which is great, which is all very, very great. And now I think I'm just gonna head back. Head back to my base if I remember what direction it is. Uh, this way, I think. And I am going to start building on the base. Now that I've demolished 3 happy families of squid, we are back at the mega base, and I have the correct amount of dyes, hopefully, to start converting the terracotta we collected into the color that we want. And I think that I am going to try and designing whatever I can for these sections off camera, since I'm not copy pasting this from a creative world or anything. I'm making this on my own, and so it might take a while. So I'm gonna get back to you guys whenever that's done, or whenever it's done enough for my liking. And now I'm back. And as you can see, we've made a bit of progress on this wall. This side's still not done. I have no idea what I'm gonna do here, but for now, at least this side, all the walls are filled in. You can't really see any of the redstone components anymore. Um, And to be completely honest, it's a totally different day of recording right now. It's actually 2 days after the previous clip. which isn't good, which isn't great, but I have other stuff to do. Um, yeah, and it's actually pretty nice that it's nice. It's very convenient because you can actually see that I've gone around and I've added a bunch of lanterns and stuff, and I've really focused on lighting so that mobs don't spawn anymore, except for maybe some of the edge pieces here. Yeah, there's a lot of empty space going on, however. For example, here, there's nothing going on here, nor down here. I don't really have any idea what to do. I also made this staircase, which I think is pretty nice. I used nether bricks because they kind of blend in with the purplish shade. Over here is a very, very blank wall. Now, the problem is I'm not that creative of a person, so I don't know what to do with it. I think a potential thing I might do is just put up collectible items, such as like discs and a few mob heads I can get, as well as maybe all the pot variations or something. I don't know. But this is free real estate, and I am going to make some sort of basement entrance just so I can get to, some redstone that is down here. And another thing, actually, during those 2 days, I have kind of learned a bit more about mods and data packs, and I've actually added a few, mostly just for optimization because I don't have a good laptop. Actually, we can see the mods at least here. Pretty basic. I got the free cam, lithium, logical zoom, Minecraft, mod menu, replay mod, shulker box, tooltip, simple fog control, and sodium. I'm going to go through a few of these. Lithium and sodium are just optimization mods. A replay mod is, of course, for replays, and the mod menu is just this menu itself. Logical zoom is basically what Optifine does, where you press C and it zooms in. Really, for now, what I've really been doing till now is switching between Optifine and Fabric whenever I wanted to zoom, which is very inconvenient. So this is very nice. FreeCam is also a very nice addition. If I press F4, I can actually move out of my body, and we get to see stuff around. Very nice. I can also, I think, move my character. Well, if I press the right button. Yes, yes. And I can control it, which is very, very weird. It doesn't really seem that natural. Let's go back to our body. Yep, okay. And another mod I have, let's see, is Shulkerbox Tooltips and Simple Fog Control. This is just turning off the fog in water and as well as the nether, just so everyone has a better view. The Shulkerbox Tooltip is, I really like it. It's a nice feature. If you were to go to our ender chest and just hover over this and left shift, we can see the contents of all our boxes. Pretty nice. And a few data packs I got that I don't really know how to show is I got rid of Enderman Grief and Ghast Grief because those are just very inconvenient. Creeper Griefing is still on because I feel like that's very core part of the gameplay. Now that this section of my base is done, I have got to work on this section, which is a bit more of a challenge just because I got a few more things going on here that are different from here. This side, I just have to put up a few walls. It was that easy, but here we have these redstone modules that dispense items that I use very quite often, golden carrots, torches, as well as fireworks. And I want to make a few more of these modules first before I build up the walls, as well as these things, these shulker loaders, and I also have to put in a few overflow chests for items that do not get sorted properly, and as well as non-stackable items. So I think what I'm going to do first is actually build more of these modules, which I have designed myself. Uh, it's kind of, honestly, this might deserve an explanation. So basically how this works is this observer observe this comparator. So when I click it, it dispenses items, and um, what this hopper does is it collects any of the items that I do not collect, like that, and it sends it back over and into these hoppers. Yes, by themselves, which is nice. And so I think I'm going to build these modules before I get to any of the decorative building, more of the wall making. And I think I might have to collect a few more redstone resources, which is very, very bad and annoying. So I think I'll get to that, and I'll probably come back to you guys with an update. You guys enjoyed the montage. I thought it'd be better than just appearing out of thin air. Kind of show you guys a bit into the process. And so here, I actually haven't counted, but we have one, two, three, four, and I think total of five floors of this. These are little modules. They're kind of inconvenient to get to, which is a pretty big downside. But I think if I were to perhaps label these with banners, then I'll be able to see what each thing has from afar, and I can just maybe fly in, because my flying skills are, of course, very, very good. Oh. So, let's actually get up here to get a better view. Not the best design. I wanted to kind of make the chest accessible whenever I have to replenish the supplies. I just pop into this chest and it should just filter into the hoppers. So, design's not too intuitive. I am not a great builder. But the bigger problem lies in the back here, which is my shame in full view. It's very blank, very, very, very blank. I don't like that. So I have been brainstorming what I might want to put here, and I think that I could maybe fit in some sort of water elevator here, which I think would be very, very cool. Um, I've actually kind of took this idea and brought it over to a redstone testing world, and I think I have the details all worked out. Although I don't seem to have too many redstone resources at the moment. Thing is, I don't want this to be just a regular kind of water elevator. I want this to be a water elevator that can be controlled by a lectern to select the level I want to go to. And to do that, I have to first go grab a lectern. Aha. And now we need a book and quills from somewhere. Yes, and now I can show you guys what I mean by a lectern system. So ideally, what would happen is, let's say, for example, I have a lectern here, and in this book would be, so the plan is I would have some sort of lectern like this, and yeah, so this is the type of system I am going to try building. My redstone isn't the best, but I refuse to watch redstone tutorials because it kind of sucks out all the fun in the game. So that's kind of the plan at the moment. But my redstone skills are pretty subpar. but I refuse to watch a YouTube tutorial for this, since I think it kind of sucks the fun out of the game if you are letting, other people do all the work for you, right? Because the fun of Minecraft is making your own things, right? So, although I might fail at this, or it might be very, very, very suboptimal, I am going to try my best to make this system work. And I do have a fairly decent idea of how I should go about this, as I did do some testing in a redstone testing world that I use on occasions like this. And I guess I can run you guys through how this basics work. Okay, so this is the main component of the redstone build I'm going to do. It looks very intimidating. There's a lot of redstone here. It doesn't really mean much. Uh, it's actually quite simple in it. So, so the reason why there's so many repeaters here is because I don't want any of the redstone signals I'm going to be passing through to kind of intertwine with each other and mess the system up. So basically, this comparator reads this lectern here, and if I were to, for example, this is on the first floor, but let's say I want to go to the second floor, right? Then this redstone torch will turn off, and if I switch this to the third, then the next one turns off. Here, let's see. Yeah, we can see it here. Turn to the next one, next one, next one, next one, right? And so basically, if I can explain this as well as possible, it's really the comparators here, lining here, that are doing the bulk of the work. These are all in subtraction mode. Subtraction mode is when this little light bulb is off. I can turn it on and off like that, right? And so this is subtraction mode, which means that it takes this redstone signal from the side and this redstone signal. So it takes this redstone signal and it subtracts this from this signal, right? So this currently has signal 15. This also has signal 15, which results in a signal of 0. And so this block isn't being powered, hence why the torch is on. However, here, because there is nothing on this side, that is subtracting, it is on at the moment, right? And let's say I turn this to page 4, right? This is off as the redstone signal hasn't reached this repeater. So this redstone signal isn't active, which means that there's nothing to subtract. So the full signal goes through and deactivates this redstone torch. God, I am not a redstoner. I really hope all that made sense. I really don't know what I'm doing either. I just this was trial and error. Anyway, so I think okay, so now another problem, like more of an aesthetic problem, but the redstone fits really, really snugly here, which means I don't really have room to actually put the elevator part of it. Let's see. If we look behind here, I really don't have much room to speak of. Perhaps this is quite a problem, and I also need. Uh, there's so much stuff I need to fit in. Um, Maybe I should move it. Nah, I have already committed. I am a man, and I'm a man of my words. Anyone watching this, if anyone is watching this, you guys will probably figure out that I am not the smartest person in the world. So I gave myself a very useless, trivial problem with a very easy solution of just moving it backwards. Yes, it's quite, pretty quite simple, right? If we put it that way. But guess what? I couldn't figure that out. I've been working on this for like the past hour, just trying to figure out how I can fit this in when there's so much real estate back here. Yeah, and I and like after I realized that, even after I realized that, I couldn't figure out how to fit this in properly. So I kept placing and breaking the same blocks over and over and over again. I am one of the dumbest people I have ever met. I think this works. I don't think the redstone collide in any way. Hopefully it doesn't. If it does, I give up on life. But I think it should work. So the idea is now that the water elevator will go here. So actually, let's test this out. So if I place a dispenser here, I should stop at this level exactly. Okay, I'm just testing this out for now. So how this would work is I have a redstone torch all the way up here. Basically, because I need this to turn on or off depending on if this light is activated or not, I'm pretty sure I need there to be a observer here, like so. Okay, so ideally this test run works, and what we want to see when I flip this page number is the water to start flowing. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, and if I turn back, yes. Yes, yes, yes. My redstone is working, baby. Okay, so now all I have to do is connect everything else, which is going to take a while. Yeah, that was a bit quicker than I thought it would be, but all the redstone and wiring is in. It's just a bunch of redstone torches going up and up and up. And I have put a water bucket in each just so we can check and see if everything's working correctly. So if I press this, then yep, this would go down. And then if I switch it, this will turn off. And yep, all we can get so far. Okay, and okay. Ah, ah, okay. And ah, okay. And I think there's one more, if I believe. Yes. Everything's working perfectly as planned, which is such a great feeling when building redstone, guys. Holy crap, it's so euphoric. And now all I really need to do is put in the rest of the water and also grab a piece of soul sand, which I don't think I have on me at the moment, which is very, very, very annoying because I don't know where I would have any, and I don't want to go to the nether because it's very annoying and I have to go down the bedrock ceiling. Ow. Ow. Hopefully one of these chests have it. I think one of these do. Ah, I got catfish there. Uh, uh, ate the debris. Um, hmm, hmm, ah, ah, ah. Came all the way to the underworld. Just came all the way to the underworld just for you. You crying souls. Ouch. Okay. What? Oh, nice. And I do this. I put a soul sand down. Get behind here. Okay. And I go all the way up to the top, place my water. Now I'm gonna make all of these water sources. And guys, with that, I'm pretty sure that my water elevator is complete. Now all there is left to do is to test it out, of course. Okay. So, okay. Let's say I want to go to the second floor. Okay. And I stop right here, and ideally I get off on the some planks. Now, let's say I want to go to the third floor. Okay. I should go all the way up here and stop right here. Oh my god, guys, it works perfectly. I am a genius. Yeah. But I think that's gonna be it for this episode. We actually did quite a lot more than I thought we would be able to get through in the amount of time. So we built this first. I guess we started off by building this, finishing off the wall so no redstone components are visible. And we also made all of these modules, these individual item modules, just for convenience, as well as the water elevator, which is more of a kind of like a spur of a moment thing. And I think next episode we are actually going to finish the rest of the storage system, or sorry, the mega base, and we'll be able to actually put a roof on top, and it will at least look complete from the outside. The inside will probably need more work with all the interior design, with all the blank walls around. But with that, I'm going to leave you guys to it. Have a good day. Bye bye.